Hi, everybody. Good morning, or should I say God morning. It's been a feat, a harrowing feat to get the show together tonight, dealing with a lot of issues and whatnot. You know, it's the same thing, different day, and a lot of Mirage antics and Graham antics that need to stop, and West antics and whatnot. I got a lot of people who like to play games at my expense, especially Mirage, and it's been confirmed. So I want to make sure that there wasn't any more issues and problems and whatnot in getting this show together and not having any more issues with several overlapping individuals involved in the taking this long to get a show together. And the reason why I'm addressing it at the top of the show is I want to make sure that my shows stop getting interrupted or having issues and technical problems because of sadistic pranks, provoke, and gaslight at my expense, which is coming to a point of criminal intentional malice. And it's going to land Mirage in court with warrants for her arrest. Graham in court over his sadistic pranking, provoking, and gaslighting, overlapping that I've made clear I hate and I do not like and I loathe and despise. And I've been confirmed about these things, so I'm not making this up. I'm quite a bit sick and tired of several individuals because this affects my mood. It affects me in business and it affects me in my presentation. And the other outlying individuals who are involved in the pranks, provoke, and gaslight are going to jail right along with Mirage and her nasty group of antics. Because when I've addressed this multiple times and I'm literally having to stop and I'm having to lose my sleep and my time because they want to play these stupid sadistic games, Miss Carter, Mr. Carter, and several individuals who are connected to Miss Mirage and her disgusting, despicable husband. And I've made it clear I'm tired of bringing this nasty twit up. And I made it clear Captain Save It and his miserable ex-label mate he used to sleep with, that their obnoxious antics have gotten on my last nerve. And when I'm dealing with another ex who worked for Miss Carter and Mr. Carter, and this is why we have vital information used, I want you guys to understand how vitally important it is not to be a provoker, abusive, and nasty as I'll get out, and keep on playing stupid games, saboteur, provocateur games at anyone's expense, because eventually you're going to get the issue you're looking for. That includes getting called out, and that includes a level of understanding that I'm not going to keep putting up with the obnoxious antics. And I don't care if you're joking or not, but when your obnoxious jokes and your antics are sabotaging what I'm trying to do, which means business, finance, getting on my feet, and not having to be dependent on an obnoxious, and I mean incessantly, fatally attracted, obnoxious jerk. I want you guys to understand this, because I want to start the show off with clearing the air about a lot. Because there's two different O's who keep up this mess, and both them O's need to be going to jail. Because I've asked both the older O to quit playing, and I've asked the other O, Miss Mirage, to quit playing. And Miss West, Captain Save-A-Ho, community peen, little jump off around the corner from his house, who keeps up her obnoxious antics on top of the older O and the younger O, Miss Mirage, the one that Miss Banks came down here and called me Miss Petty. So I want to make sure we had a clear understanding, because I keep having to deal with obnoxious twits and dangerously abusive, obnoxious Captain Save-Its, community peen, what have you. I want you guys to understand why I'm acting like this. Because when community peen, Captain Save-It, is around here playing games at my expense, because his Save-A-Dick trampoline he used to sleep with likes to play obnoxious games, and he wants to be Captain Save-It and keep this mess up and sadistically toy with me, irritate and aggravate me, because he's also playing Captain Save-A-Ho with Miss West. And then they wanted to all play stupid games and want stupid prizes. So I want you guys to understand where this is coming from. Because the obnoxious twit, Mr. Graham, and his Captain Save-It antics have done nothing but piss me off. And I want you guys to understand that I've had it with Mr. Graham and his childishness. I've had enough with Miss Mirage and her abusiveness and my FedEx who she dated. So this is the perfect show to do this. But I'm not going to stay on that. I want to get us into why vital information is important and why I designed the show. Because I've dealt with so many different things in business, finance, in levels of sadistic torment, abuses, gaslighting, provoke, and completely despicable displays of misconduct, habitual terrorism, aggravations, and completely out of line antics that have not only crossed the line, but the nuclear pissed me off. And I'm tired of being set up for failure while Captain Save-A-Peen, Save-A-Ho, Save-A-Badge, likes to play all these games at my expense, and I've been told about it, it's been confirmed. So I wanted to make sure everybody understood the assignment is that I'm tired. That I'm tired of my shows being messed up because Captain Save-It plus community peen, Captain Save-It, Mr. Graham, likes to play games at my expense, and I've heard about the sadistic jokes, and I don't find it funny. And I want Mr. Graham to be embarrassed and humiliated all over the place because I don't like being played with. And I don't like being the subject of anybody's fatal attraction, fatal vows, fatally obsessed antics and buffoonery because somebody's ego got bruised, and it's not my problem. And this includes my FedEx and Miss Mirage's husband, the same Sasha Banks that came down here and called me Miss Petty. I want you guys to understand that this trick has done password tampering, provoking, and gaslighting, and Captain Save-A-Ho, his ex-label mate, his homegirl that he used to sleep with, likes to play games with me and her dirtbag husband. So I wanted community peen, Captain Save-It, to stop playing with me subsequently with his jokes, which have been confirmed about his sadistic, provoking gaslight games that backfired spectacularly in his face. So I wanted community peen, Captain Save-It, Graham, to understand that I'm sick of you. I don't like you. I'm not attracted to immature childishness, and Sandy, your mother, needs to handle you effective immediately. And I'll handle Sandy and tell her to tell you to grow up. You can go back to being Captain Save-It to Onika. Community puss. Or you can be Miss West Jump Off Jody on the side around the corner in Calabasas. So when I tell you guys I don't like being played with, it means when you play provoke and gaslight games, eventually backfires in your face because that same Miss West is connected to the other girl, Kathy and Harris, who she used to be their hired help. The hired help slept her way to the top. So Captain Save-A-Ho can either save Miss West or Miss Mirage, whichever hoe you want to play with. Because you're not going to play at my expense and think that I want to deal with you in any way, shape, or form. And when it was confirmed by multiple people about your sadistic, provoked gaslight games, and you thought it was going to work out well for you, and the finesse was going to work out well for you, I want you to finesse your butt to a jail with a restraining order and stay away from me. So Miss Mirage and her IT provoked and gaslight is confirmed by the U.S. Marshal and the FBI. So not only is it clear that they did this, but they continue to do it. And I snapped and finally said something because I'm sick of Mr. Graham and his sadistic jokes at my expense. And I'm sick of Miss Mirage, his ex jump off dick trampoline, cum orifice, that is married to my fed ex who kept up his provoked and gaslight. Because Miss Mirage's family is involved in those DEA cases, right along with her despicable husband, who is my fed ex. So now you guys understand the interconnection. So that's that vital information for you. Okay? So. And when a woman's fed up, there's nothing you can do about it. So let's get into what vital information is all about. Okay? So I decided to go after my dream. Okay? And let's go ahead and get our spaces open because I was delayed all night because of sadistic provoked gaslight games. And guess who was still doing it? So I figured I would drag everybody to filth because I'm tired of being annoyed. And I'm tired of the sadistic saboteur, provocateur, and those that thought it was funny to keep on messing up every show I have. Or thinking it's hilarious to keep playing these saboteur, provocateur games and recruiting their dumb friends in Texas, Calabasas, Atlanta, Chicago, and other such places in foreign Liverpool and Cambridge to play these nasty games at my expense. And I am nuclear calmly upset. So when you get to that place and then you have a sadistic, nasty aunt who's been involved in your FedExes and the father worked for that particular person, gathered all the dirty little secrets around there, went from place to place and worked for these same people, Miss West, Miss Mirage, Miss Carter, Mr. Carter, and then you go through all of this because several people are liars and pathological provokers and play games at your expense. So I figured this is the perfect show to start out and put it all together so everybody understands why Cece stays mad, calmly nuclear upset, and Cece's ready to sue the brakes off every last person. Joke or no joke. Cece's ready to jail Miss Mirage and her stupid husband, my FedEx. It's been confirmed by the U.S. Marshal. So, and the FBI as well. And the DEA as well. So I have no reason to lie on none of this. I want to make sure you guys have all the salacious news, especially when it's my personal life, that they're effective. So I wanted to make sure, effective immediately, everybody knew who was the problem that had thorn in my side, pissing me off, who are going to get slapped with lawsuits. Ow! And when I say slap the brakes off them with lawsuits, ow! It means they're going to be broke by the time I get through with them. So it's going to be awkward. Because I've told each particular participating party to quit. So, well, you all know what time it is. It's that vital information time with your host, the hostess with the mostest, Cece, your vital information anchor. All right? I'm not worthy. So, I wanted to make sure all of you have seen the website and let us enjoy the news and more vital information, local, non-local, and all these social media streets. All right? So when I tell you these social media streets have been on fire, they have. And when I tell you I had to pull up to these YouTube streets, Facebook streets, Twitter streets, Bigo streets, these whole entire Instagram streets, I had to pull up. Okay? I want you guys to understand when you got to pull up in these streets, and I've literally done everything I can to make sure when I pull up, I might creep like that for a second, but I'm gonna pull up again. Okay? So you guys understand that I do the best that I can with what I can and how I do it. Okay. So with that being said, I want you guys to check out the website, vitalinformation.hellonews.live, to get the latest trending up to the minute news and more, and sign up for the newsletter and email list. Okay. It's imperative that you guys do that because one thing about it, I always like to bring it, and I always like to make sure that we have the trending now topics, that we've got everything out there, anything that would allow us to have some good content. So we've got the shade of it all, shade room news, Hollywood news, neighborhood talk, tea time. I tell you, we got some of anything and everything here. Because when I tell you I put this together, and like I told you guys, check out vitalinformation.hellonews.live to get the latest and trending topics, up to the minute news, and more. And signing up to that newsletter will be good for you guys. And also the email list. I want you guys to see some of the topics and things because trending now, some of the latest news, breaking news, exclusives, all kind of top stories, colleges and universities. You know, topics like computer sciences and technology, general news, current affairs, local news, and media, celebrity news. I know you guys like that. Hollywood gossip, sports and athletics, leisure news, features, and letters from the editor, myself. Okay? And with vital information letters as well, especially when you need advice and things like that. And you need to find out different things. And we also have government, community, and current events, international and global news, and youth and education news. So when I tell you we've got a lot of topics and things like finance, economics, entertainment, arts and culture, health and medicine, lifestyle, trade and professional, travel and tourism, fashion and apparel, the shade of it all, like I told you guys, and more Hollywood neighborhood talk, tea time stuff. So, like I told you guys, I love the neighborhood talk and the shade room. That's why I have it on there, so you guys can get some new things, especially when you see them on YouTube, and watch them on there. Watch the neighborhood talk, watch the shade room, and see some new stuff. Plus, it'll be on the actual website. So again, it's vitalinformation.hellonews.live. So to get the latest trending, up to the minute news and more. So that's what it's all about. Okay. So when I pulled up on these social media streets, I wanted to make sure we keep a ongoing open dialogue and discussion for educational and also growth and vital information purposes. From your local YouTuber, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Bigo, Clubhouse, News, and more info with the power to do more, Talk Radio Diva, in conjunction with Talk Radio Productions and Vital Information News. All right? So make sure you book your interview and request bookings. You can go to talkradiodiva.com. Make sure you mail to at info@talkradiodiva, especially if you want to book interviews and whatnot, and go to talkradiodiva.com. Okay? So let's get on into the news and see what's going on. All right. So in the business and finance sector, we have Chinese tech stocks drop to a new crackdown of lows and whatnot. And, with what was going on today and whatnot with Russia invading the Ukraine. So we know that's going on. So that's in via Yahoo Finance. So you guys can check that article out. And then we have health and medicine. The UK is to roll out additional COVID vaccine shots for over 75 and vulnerable people within weeks. So that's via CNBC. So you guys can check out that article. Let's see. Sports and athletics, leisure and news. We've got LeBron James is humbled and appreciative for a chance to see Michael Jordan during the NBA 75 celebration. So you can check that article out via USA Today, but it is on Vital Information News. So you guys check it out, okay? Also, we're finding out in general news that the Omicron variant, there is a more contagious version that has been spreading in the US. So you guys continue to listen to the CDC, the WHO, and all that for information as to what to do, and listen to your local politicians and your city admins and mayors as to COVID and what to do about all of that. And, to make sure that we continue to do what we're supposed to do when it comes to COVID, I'm going to let you guys see a quick commercial as to what to do with COVID and how to keep yourself clean. Also, get your COVID test at CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, and as well as, let me see if there's anything else that you can go to. You can go to your local Minute Clinic as well, because they have the one in CVS, and also they have the pull-up drive-through clinic, and then Walmart, Wally World has it as well, to where you can come in and you can get your COVID at-home test and whatnot. And I think Walgreens sells them, and I know CVS does. Okay, I've taken my test and it's negative. So let's get into it about what to do with that. So quick commercial about that. So again, with hygiene, you always got to make sure that your hygiene is up to par, especially with dealing with a contagious virus, especially when it's airborne and you don't know if you're going to be close to somebody who's in close contact or proximity and might give you the Omicron. So make sure you guys do that. And again, I'll play that again for you guys. So in computer tech and sciences and technology, Instagram is quietly limiting a daily time limit and option. It's actually debuting and rolling that out. So that would be Facebook, Meta, and Instagram's the same thing. So they're literally rolling out a daily time limit. I think that's good for emotional health and psychological health, and being on social media a lot, it can really do something to you. So I figured you guys would like to know about all of that. So turning now, Rita Moreno, 90 years old, serves a little serious leg in old Hollywood glamour and stunning town and country photo shoot. So you guys check out that article. That was 2 days ago. That was the 23rd. Okay. Let's see what else is on there. Here is some good craziness here in celebrity world, right? So in the latest videos, the more that you can check out here, they got Cardi B exposes the shade room and their shady tactics. Oh, interesting. All right. So check out that video. Then let's see what else. Jack Harlow shoots his shot at Saweetie. Interesting. Tiana Taylor, why she doesn't mess with certain platforms like the Shade Room or something like that. I like the Shade Room. They haven't done anything to me, so I don't know what that's all about. But you guys check that out. Those are those videos and whatnot. Okay. Let's see. Let's get further into some other. Here we go. Here. And I know you guys like Hollywood celebrities and things like that, so we'll get back into that in just a second. Turning now, the Foo Fighters' Dave Grohl says he basically is deaf and has been reading lips for 20 years. Wow. So that loud music has really affected his ears and whatnot. So you guys check out that article. NBA YoungBoy fires back at Little Durk with his diss track, I Hate YoungBoy. You guys check out this dude on YouTube, right? He is hilarious, okay? He literally did a whole reaction on it, right? So I'm listening to this dude, and I felt the same way. I listened to his reaction. I listened to the actual song. I was like, YoungBoy went in. You hear me? I mean, whoever he let have it, he was angry and he was upset. Oh, you mad? He was real mad. Oh, I'm big mad. When I tell you I laughed today when I saw it, I was like, oh, my God, my bird. Are you a little angry? He went in on Boosie. He went in on everybody. I'm telling you, he went in on Little Dirt girlfriend India. I mean, it was so crazy. I sat there. I was like, "Ooh, boy, if you don't take a chill pill, somebody gonna hurt you. Or they gonna slap the brakes off you." So that was one of the things. So let's get into that article. Okay. Y'all, when I say this boy has snapped, he snapped. Moment, guys. And I'll put it on the actual Twitter, and you guys can go to Vital Info News, okay? And check out that article. I posted it earlier. All right. So, truth be told, so he's got this whole song and diss track, and it says, I hate young boy, right? So, you guys pick it up and check it out because it was messy, child. I was like, oh, boy, he's good at what he does, but god dang. I'm like, whoever made him mad, stop plucking that boy nerves. He's already on house arrest. Leave him alone, please, and thank you. I'd have got the poor boy mad. So let's go to the next thing. Just a moment, y'all. Y'all know how it is with junky Wi-Fi. Although I pay for top tier service and get second class. Then I have to deal with Russian tampering and hacking and whatnot, and I reported that too. So let me tell you something. It's annoying. Okay, here's another hot topic. It says the impact of moments on the ticker. Impact of new HIV variant on the HIV response. So there is an article on that. You guys check that out. And speaking of HIV, I want to make sure you guys understood that HIV is not something to be afraid of. People catch it and can get it. Okay. It does not mean that a person is gross. It doesn't mean somebody's nasty because they got HIV. I want to make sure that we had a conversation about it. I'm HIV negative. Okay. I don't have AIDS. I don't have HIV. So I want you guys to understand that those that have been suffering or living with AIDS have the stigma on them. And I want to make sure that we had a conversation about that because it's not easy to live with AIDS. I've worked with AIDS patients as a nurse. I have dealt with a lot of people who have suffered from it because of cheating spouses and situations. And I wanted to share with you guys in this segment about this. And this is on a serious note. I met a girl who was married. She went through a whole lot of things in her life. She was a prostitute. She went from being a prostitute to going to school, getting her GED, went from getting her GED to her associate's degree, from getting her associate's degree to a bachelor's degree. She never caught HIV being a prostitute. She never was any type of disease being a prostitute. So let's separate this. She meets her husband. Her husband's a chronic cheater. Her husband decides to cheat on her on a regular basis, and he ended up cheating with a woman. The woman was HIV positive. He gets the woman pregnant, and they have a baby on the side of this marriage. She finally gets pregnant after years of trying to get pregnant with her husband, who was chronically cheating. She gets told while she's pregnant that she's HIV positive. She's told that she literally has been given multiple diseases, and he literally gave her one of them, which was HIV. Okay? And I wanted to break up the stigma on HIV because nobody asked to be HIV positive. Nobody asked to end up with an STD because somebody failed to say, yeah, I'm HIV positive. Or failed to say, I have this STD. Do you still want to mess with me or date me or be with me? At that point, his omission of the truth and trying to gaslight her and blame it on her, the doctor says, you've recently been in contact with someone who has it. So the likelihood of you passing it to your husband is not possible. Because when she says, who is your husband slept with? They go and test everybody that could have been at risk. Come to find out the baby's HIV positive because the mother is the one he cheated with. So it means that the girlfriend, wife, the girlfriend on the side is the one who gave the husband HIV because they've been sleeping around for a minute. He goes home and gives it to his wife. So I want you guys to understand how important this segment is about HIV, and that people need to learn that there is such things as PrEP that makes someone non-communicable, non-viral, so people can live with AIDS with a cocktail. Okay, so I want to make sure that we educated everybody on HIV, and there are new surgeries that are coming out and things like that, and new certain things that are being done in medicine about HIV to help to cure people from HIV, or if they cannot be cured, a cocktail that makes them non-viral or contagious. So I want people to stop acting ignorant when it comes to HIV and people being HIV positive. I wanted to tell you guys that story without telling the woman's name as a privacy purposes. I didn't want to hurt her or embarrass her. She's embarrassed enough as it is as a counselor with a master's degree and literally living with HIV because of her particular community peen husband. And not only that, she is a faithful wife. She has been gaslit, abused, provoked, gaslit, cheated on a regular basis, and she ended up catching HIV and 4 other diseases because of it. So she has to live with this disease because of someone she loves. So not everybody's a hoe. Not everybody's out here community puss or community peen, being reckless and endangering other people's lives. Some people are innocent victims who end up dating after they've been cheated on or divorcing their husband, and they end up finding people who say, I can date you. No problem. How do I keep from getting HIV? I like you. I want to date you. But what standard precautions do we take so I don't become viral? Or I don't end up catching human immunodeficiency virus? But I really want to be with you and I like you. That's what happened with her. She ended up meeting a guy who really liked her. And he said, I really am into you. And he showed her what care and adoration was. And he literally showed her she deserved better. So I wanted you guys to understand that story. So let's get back into the news and content. But I'm hoping this story helps debunk the myth that you can't be loved if you have HIV or STDs. Just tell somebody, a mature individual will love you anyway, or date you anyway, and say, you know what, you may have this, but I like you. I want to be with you anyway, and I don't care. As long as we do standard precautions and we decide to have children, sometimes HIV is not passed on to the children. Believe it or not, something in the womb keeps the baby protected from human immunodeficiency virus. And most babies come out HIV negative. That lady's son came out HIV negative. So I want you guys to hear the story, and I want to give a round of applause to anybody who is living with HIV and understanding that they can be loved. And because this woman showed me that it's possible to love someone no matter what they have, as long as they're clear, cut, concise, and they say, I've got this going on, I'm living with this is how it happened, would you still rock with me? Would you still date me? Would you still love me? Would you still ride with me? At that point, it gives that person the first right to refusal, or sometimes it might be, yeah, I'll deal with you. Yeah, I like you. Yeah, I want to be with you. It doesn't matter, because if we're going to be together long term, things happen. Because I want to give you guys this other scenario. It is possible for any one of us to be exposed to HIV. It's possible for any one of us to be exposed to chlamydia, gonorrhea, pelvic inflammatory disease, STIs that can lay dormant. So any one of us can become positive with something, herpes, anything that's out there. But I advise everybody to check your sexual health and how you get down in life. And if you're going to have multiple relationships and multiple parties, all of y'all need to get tested. Don't play Russian roulette with somebody else's life. So I want to make sure that we give a round of applause to anybody that is open and honest about their sexual situation or their diseases or things like that. And those that don't have diseases, be mindful. Don't mistreat someone, because any one of you could have been exposed and you might end up having a dormant issue and problem and it come up. Would you want somebody to not love you because that happened to you? So I want to make sure a round of applause to anybody that's living with that and have a loving partner. I want you guys to be aware and also get your tests. Just like COVID, get your test. There's nothing wrong with knowing your status. What's wrong is when you don't know your status and you go put people at risk. That's it. So here, war fears grow as Putin has declared war on the Ukraine. So as we know, Putin has done this. So we're going to get into that article. Just a moment. Hold up for you guys. So, via the Moscow Associated Press, a long-feared Russian invasion of Ukraine appeared to be imminent in Monday. Okay, so if it wasn't already underway, with Russian President Vladimir Putin into separatist regions in eastern Ukraine. So we know that's happened. So a vaguely worded decree signed by Putin did not say troops were on the move, and it cast a level of order as an effect to maintain peace has been maintained within the Ukraine and whatnot between Russia and Vladimir Putin and major conflicts in Europe. And it's caused massive levels of casualties, energy shortages, around the continent of Europe and Ukraine and Eurasia, and chaos and economic imbalance across the globe. So Putin's directive came hours after he recognized the separatist regions and rambling, fact-bending discourse on European history. The move paved way to provide a level of military support, antagonizing Western leaders who have regarded this breach of world order and set off a frenzied level of scramble by U.S. and others to respond. So as you guys see on social media, there's been a lot of response from around the globe, from Korea to China to other places around the globe, including Europe and Eurasia and Africa and other such countries and whatnot. So it's becoming an outcry even in Mexico and all over the world. So we've got to see what's going to happen. Hopefully nothing, but hopefully they'll cease and desist. If not, you guys know what time it is. We're just going to have to trust the process and hope that world order comes into place and that they can diffuse this chaos and disorder. And hopefully Putin will stand down. Otherwise, whatever happens, happens, y'all. So that's one of the stories. Let me see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram, Vital Information News Network. There's a couple more things here. Justin Trudeau overreached. This is the threshold for Canadian Emergencies Act, civil rights inquiry about that. So you guys know that happened a couple of days ago. What else? Paul George enjoys NBA All-Star break shirtless in St. Bart's with his fiance. Okay. Pasecki tells Rob Lowe. Second. There it is. Pasecki tells Rob Lowe White House stage was turned into a set because of COVID. So a lot of these COVID antics and whatnot, misinformation, things like that, Pasecki, she gives it to him, man. She gives him some zingers every time. She lets them know and let them have it that they're not going to do this when she's doing communications about the White House and whatnot in her presentation. I absolutely adore Jen Pasecki. She's hilarious. 6ix9ine tells all part one, no holds barred about why he ratted. Like, come on, bro. Let's see if there's anything else. Miss Alabama for America Strong, Zoe Salzo Bethel dies at age 27. That was a young beauty queen and a brand ambassador and social political commentator. She died 8 days after suffering severe head and neck injuries and an accident, and her heartbroken family announced on her Instagram about that. So that was Zoe Sozo Bethel, Miss Alabama. So she has passed away. Walmart chases fashion clout with designer Brandon Maxwell's debut spring collection. So guys, check it out at Walmart. Only at Walmart. Let's see if there's anything else I want to go over. And in top news, again, your ex-president Trump sides with Putin as Biden tries to stop a war. Gee, I'm not surprised. And, I saw this thing the other day with a fellow YouTuber who said Trump was Putin's puppet. I believe so. Somebody needs to do something about him. But I digress. In health and medicine, a teen's legs, fingers were amputated after eating takeout leftovers. That's not good. Let's get into some celebrity news and more, then we're almost done, y'all. That's a lot, man. Let's see what else we got here. Family reunion actress Jada Benjamin reported missing in Los Angeles. That's via the Hollywood Reporter. Check out that article. Then Harrison Ford helped crew members who was suspected of heart attack on the set of Indiana Jones 5. So you guys check that out in the Daily Mail. Let's see. James Gunn, Peacemaker star Jennifer Holland, engaged. Congratulations. Lacey Chabert lands exclusive multi-picture Hallmark Channel deal. So you can get that via Variety. Phil Mickelson says Saudi comments were out of context, but still deeply sorry. So you guys check that out. That was on the 23rd. Earthquake thanks Dave Chappelle for Netflix special Chappelle Home Team. Then, in celebrity sports and news, the Knicks center Mitchell Robinson says his father is missing. Come home, pops, come home. That's so sad. Let's hope he finds his pops. Let's see. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle take Princess Eugenie to dinner in Santa Barbara, and that was on the 23rd. Oh my goodness! In sports and more, cops investigating junior hockey player over violent referee punch, and then there's the other one: Ahmaud Arbery hate crimes verdict in, killers guilty in all counts. Wow, interesting. And in celebrity news and more, Wendy Williams' show is ending. Sherry Shepard will take over. And that's it for your celebrity news and more. Let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about, and then we're done. I told you I was going to make it short and sweet. We're going to take it underneath an hour at most of these vital informations, but I wanted to make sure you guys understood what was going on in the news and kind of understand how the shows are going to go from now on. See what's going on. Breaking news and topics and more. Breaking news is that there is almost 100,000 new mobile banking what's it called? Trojan strains detected in 2021. So that's via ZDNet, that article. And there's a lot of like mobile banking issues, app tampering, and things like that, things I reported before. I was dealing that with my FedEx and his nasty father, and they're promoting gaslight games, turning on applications, turning them on and off, and that was confirmed and whatnot. So I want you guys to understand that that's prevalent. Always make sure you keep your updates on the mobile apps and whatnot on the App Store, even the Google App Store and the Apple App Store, or if you're on the Windows Mobile and whatnot, or if you're on any type of mobile device that uses Windows and whatnot, or any other such type of platform, make sure you update your apps and always keep things done and get loss mitigation services on top of that for your cable company. I will tell you, I'm glad that my cable company recommended loss mitigation services on top of what I already had because in case something happens, I can have my stuff replaced without paying an arm and a leg. So that's a good thing. See if there's anything else. No, it's nothing there. And we're going to see what's trending again, just to make sure we got everything covered. It'll be just one moment. We're going to take a quick break. You guys can listen to the music right quick. All right, I told you guys I want to take a quick break so that we could get the rest of the show done, and we're out of here. Hope you guys like that music. Okay, in the turning now, teen mom family reunion lay worries her sabotage of her new romance with Jalen. So, oh, and also, Real Housewives of New Jersey recap. Teresa tells producers to go F themselves. Why, Teresa? The reason why I said sometimes you got to tell producers to do that, especially if they're doing something that's affecting you and affecting your back. So, Teresa Judice has told producers to go F themselves after new rumors about Lewis surface. So, you guys check that article out. Elon Musk and girlfriend Natasha Bassett have unbelievable chemistry inside their sexy new romance. All right. Simone Biles' wedding plans revealed, a destination beach ceremony, and more. So you guys check that article out. Aaron Rodgers hints that he and Shailene Woodley are still together. Aw, how cute is that? Let's see. Yeah, that's it for today with that. Wow, that's a lot. Oh, and also, baby alert, Kat from Black Ink Crew is pregnant with her second baby. Baby does. All right. So that's it for trending news and more. So I hope you guys like these topics today. We'll expound a little bit more on new topics as they come along. I just want to make sure this first show was good. I want you guys to know how we do things around here. I'm hoping you guys see all the topics, all the different things that we have. I'm hoping you guys will enjoy the website. Check it out. For content creators, as long as you give me credit for going to my site and whatnot, you may use the website for your articles and whatnot. Just make sure you give credit where it's due and where you got it from. And I always make sure I give credit where it's due, where I put the articles up, and make sure that you guys understand. Oh, and I forgot the shade. See what I'm going with. I told you I like that. And let's see if the neighborhood talks about anything. I'll be trying to find out. Oh, the shaded of all. There's an article on how the Shade Room's Angie Nwandu reinvented celebrity news and gossip. So you guys can get the blueprint on how to do that. So check out that article. Oh, and then there's part two to 6ix9ine, telling all part why he snitched. Interesting. And then 50 Shades of Grey movie clip. There's one that's on there. You guys can check that out. And the Shade Room on YouTube. Tay Diggs and April Jones are seemingly confirming their relationship with the first red carpet appearance. Wow. All right. Let's see. The neighborhood talk. Let's see what they got going on. Okay, so there's nothing right now. So that's it, you guys. So this is the Vital Information. The Vital Information News Network. Make sure you check out Vital Information News at vitalinformation.hellonews.live to get the latest trending up to the minute news and more. Sign up for the newsletter email list. You guys see all the hot topics that we have. So I hope you guys like the show. I want to make sure that it's short and sweet within an hour, so we're good. So you guys, I'm going to take you guys out of here, and you guys have a nice day. Okay? And this is Vital Information News Network with your host, Cece, your hostess with the mostest. You guys take care.